And so this is what he did to all the midwives, all the Hebrew Israelite midwives. We were the first nurses. That's what the scripture is telling us. This is what the scriptures is showing us. It's all about the Most High's chosen people. But we live in an antichrist world, an antichrist system, an antichrist government system, an antichrist church system. That's where we are. We're scattered. And so we're in captivity. They were in captivity. Verse 22. And Pharaoh commanded all his people, saying, throw every son who is born into the river, and keep alive every daughter. And so in this household, in this hospital that Pharaoh created, the midwives lived there and worked there. They did their job. But Pharaoh had his people there also in the hospital to ensure what he commanded would happen. And so the midwives, they did their job and delivered the baby. And then after they delivered the baby, the Egyptian people, he said he commanded his people, they were there in the hospital with them. They took the baby. He said, throw every son who is born into the river and keep alive every daughter. Now see, they threw them in the river, but guess what was in the rivers? Crocodiles. That's right. Yes, crocodiles. And at the same time, same thing happened to us again when they brought us here in slavery. It's a historical, documented fact. That's what happened to us. When they brought us here in slavery, they used babies as bait for alligators. Gator bait. They did. That's a historical, documented fact. And they got it from the scriptures. There's a lot of stuff going on in the scriptures is about us, but if we don't know who we are, we don't know it's about us. All the scriptures are about us. From Genesis to Revelation, that's who it's written to, for, and about. But we read the scriptures, especially in the 501c3 corporations, every Sunday. That's why they don't talk about Israel that much. They don't want you to know who you are, especially the 12 tribes. They mention it in passing, or they mention it in some type of covetous way. Abraham was blessed. You're going to be blessed. It's your season. They don't tell you who the people are and who they are today. They lead you to believe that the people over in the land called the nation of Israel, that's Israel. They're not. And so if you don't know who you are, you read about the scriptures every day. You're reading about yourself, but you don't know that you're reading about yourself. And when you do find out, it's like, wow. I mean, I'm telling you, I was over 50 years old when I found out that we're Hebrew Israelites of the seed of Abraham. I was just, it never crossed my mind. Nobody never told me that until a friend mentioned it to me. He said, you know we Jews, right? And I never heard those words come out of anybody's mouth before. And I was shocked. I was like, what? What are you talking about? He said, we're the scriptures, the Jews, the Hebrew Israelites in the scriptures, that's us. And so I had to go back and dig and reread and restudy the scriptures and research the scriptures. And I found out what my friend was saying is true. The Lord, the Most High, Elohim, Yahuah, He will open up your understanding. Yahushua, Jesus said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. If you don't know the truth can't make you free. Even though we're in the land of our captivity, the truth can make us free. He's coming back for his people. All the 12 tribes of Israel that believe the gospel of the kingdom. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Shalom.